Hello students, welcome to the English class. Today we are going to learn a new lesson. It is not only a lesson but also a short story written by K. Rajanarayanan. The title of the story is The Chair. In Tamil we call it as Narkali. Shall we go into the lesson? Before going to the lesson, shall we see the different types of chairs? Look at the pictures. These are the examples for the royal chairs. See, this is king's chair. Can you identify this chair? This is the chair of the speaker in a parliament. Next, we are going to see the chairs of the Supreme Court. See the honorable chairs. Also see the different types of chairs as we see in our day-to-day life. The chair in the restaurant, the chair in the office, the chair at old homes, that is easy chair, the chair at our homes. Now we are going to see the chair in this lesson. What kind of chair is this? This is a wooden chair. This is a humorous short story. Let's see about the author. Mr. Rajanarayanan is popularly known by Tamil initials as K. Ra. He is a Tamil folklorist and a prolific author. He won the Sahitya Academy Award in 1991. By 2009, he has published around 30 books. A selection of these were translated into English by Pritham K. Chakravarti and published in 2009. Before going into the lesson, we are going to see the introduction about this short story. The Chair was written in 1969 and its original title is Narkali. This story is about a family that does not have a chair. At present, we all have chairs at our homes. Am I right? Yes. But according to this lesson, there is a family, that is the narrator's family doesn't have a chair. In fact, the entire village hasn't seen a chair. The narrator amusingly narrates their plan of actions to buy a chair, and he also narrates the humorous incidents that happened after the arrival of the chair. Shall we learn the vocabulary, that is meaning for the new words? Yes. What is the meaning for the new word portly? Its meaning is stocky. That is a heavy weighted person. Spluttered. What is the meaning of the word spluttered? Make a series of short sounds. Impudent. Its meaning is disrespectful. Expounded. That means explained. Languorously. It means lethargically. Hordes. It means crowd. Exasperatedly, annoyingly. Splendor, magnificence. Paraphernalia, things or stuff. Bereavement, mourning and grief. Gait, Pace. What is pace? Speed. Shall we go into the detailed summary? You can wonder, a house without a chair, is it possible? Yes. Here, in this story, we are going to see about a house and even a village which doesn't see a chair. The narrator opens the story like this. The author himself tells us this story. As I am narrating the story to you, you imagine the scenes. Then only you can enjoy the story. Suddenly, everyone in narrator's house began to feel this way. That was it. It was put on the family agenda and the discussions began. The day before, the narrator's family friend had paid a visit to the narrator's family. He was a sub-judge. He did not come in an ordinary dress, that is, in dhoti and shirt. He came in suit, boot and all. There was a three-legged stool in his house. Only his stout grandmother used to sit in it. The sub-judge too was little portly. Since they did not have any other furniture, they brought that stool for him to sit. Placing on one hand on its edge, he made to sit down. One miserable thing about that stool was, if anyone didn't place the weight exactly about the legs, it would topple over. What is topple over? To become less steady and fall down. So many times the children had fallen down when they stood on it to steal ghee from the rope net. They were about to caution the sub-judge, but he fell down with thud. What is thud? A low sound is made when a heavy object hits something else. The sub-judge fell down with thud and rolled over. The narrator, his brother and his little sister couldn't control their laugh. You imagine this scene? We also couldn't control our laugh. So, they ran to the back garden. There, his little sister made mimicry of the sub-judge by leaning her hand and rolling on the floor. Their laughter prolonged for some time. His parents also couldn't control their laughter in front of the guest. This was another reason for their laughter. After finishing the laughter, the children slowly stepped into the house. But there seemed nobody. The stool was also not there. After this incident, it was decided that a chair should be made for their home. But the practical difficulty was that there was no single chair in their village to show as a model. Besides, there was no single carpenter either who knew how to make a chair. So, his brother Pedanna suggested that they could buy a chair from the town. But his aunt told that there was a skilled carpenter in the neighboring village. The governor himself had praised that carpenter for his skill. So, everyone accepted her. They started their discussion on the kind of wood to be used for the chair. After that, his father wanted to call a worker and they both went to the carpenter's village. His grandmother said that teak was the best for making chair. At that moment, his maternal uncle came inside the house. Perenna ran and brought the stool to sit. For a while, the whole house again started laughing. Why? Because they thought of the previous incident of the sub-judge. Maternal uncle himself was choosing a place to sit. The first thing he would do as soon as he sat down was to loosen his tuft. For that, he used to give a good shake and tie it back tightly. He observed this ritual unfailingly. The narrator with his siblings used to play with his maternal uncle, and the maternal uncle used to say that was not at all a problem for him to be teased by the children. The narrator's mother used to pretend and scold them as donkeys for teasing his brother. Mother then went to the kitchen to prepare buttermilk garnished with asafoetida to her brother. Father also followed mother. The whole family believed that the maternal uncle was the stingiest person in the village. He never gave anything to anyone. All the three children never liked their uncle because they feared that if he had seen the cow, it won't give milk at all. At last, he leaned against the pillar adjoining the wall, and as a result, he might take the cow with the calf. So, the children showed much anger towards him. Then, again the debate started about the chair. He also wanted a chair for him, his maternal uncle. He said that the neem tree was the best because it would keep the body cool. The narrator's elder sister said that all those were light-colored woods. The narrator also expressed his opinion, but at last everyone accepted his elder sister's opinion. That is, the vision of a highly comfortable chair in black wood with the mirror-like gleam, perfectly shaped front legs and curved back legs. The picture of the chair flashed before their eyes. Now, you should also imagine the picture of the chair. Everyone accepted that she was right. So, they arranged for 2 chairs, one for the narrator's family and the other for his maternal uncle. When the 2 chairs came, the narrator's family did not know which one to keep for their family and which one to send to uncle's family. But both looked same. They were like Rama and Lakshmana. That is, they couldn't differentiate. So, his family had one and sent the other to the uncle. One by one, the narrator's family took turns to sit on the chair. If anything comes new to our house also, we will behave like this. Here also, in narrator's family, they did like that. No one felt like getting up from it, but they had to get up because others too had to sit. The news of the arrival of their chair spread like fire around the village. All the villagers had come to see the chair. An old man lifted the chair and said that it was too heavy. A few days passed by. One night, a man knocked on the door. Pedanna opened the door. The man said that an important person had just died in the village and for that they need the chair. The dead person was known to the narrator's family also. They too had to attend the funeral. So, they gave their chair. Till then in their village, the corpses were placed only on the floor. The narrator's family did not know from where the village people picked up that new idea of placing the corpse on the chair. After the occasion was over, the village people left the chair in front of the narrator's house. The children of the house scared even to look at the chair. The servant washed it down with 15 big buckets of water. After that also, the children were afraid to sit on the chair. One day, a guest came to the house and sit on that chair. After that, the elders in the family used to sit. After some days, again one night, someone died and they took away the chair. This happened ever so often. They sent away the chair with sadness. The narrator's family was mourning for the chair, but the villagers assumed that they were also mourning for the dead. The family was irritated that their sleep was being thus disturbed. Pedanna finally thought of an idea. Then mother sent the narrator to his maternal uncle's house. One day, when he entered his uncle's house, he was sitting on his chair. The chair looked like gold because he was cleaning that every day. He did not even give it to anyone in the family. The reason for the shining of the chair is the uncle used to get up early and he wiped it every morning. He used to put it down carefully like a mud pot filled with water. He welcomed the narrator. The narrator conveyed him what his mother asked him to and returned home. One night, there was a knock on the door. Everyone at home was fast asleep. The narrator woke up Pedanna. A few people stood outside for the chair. He took them into the street and the narrator too followed the people. Pedanna understood the reason why they had come for. They came for the chair. He replied them that there was a chair in his uncle's house. If they wanted, they could go and ask his uncle. So, he sent them to his uncle's home. Then, both Pedanna and the narrator went inside the house and continued their sleep. After a while, there was raining in his uncle's forest. After many days, the narrator again visited his uncle's house. He was sitting on the floor and preparing betel leaves as usual. It was his habit to chew the betel leaves often. He greeted the narrator with his usual smile. The narrator asked the reason for his sitting on the floor. He asked about the chair and searched it. Uncle said that he had given the chair for that purpose, that is, to keep the corpse alone. He also said that the villagers need one more chair for that purpose also. So, he gave it to the villagers. The narrator did not know what to say because all of them thought that he was a stingy person. After that, the narrator wanted to go home hurriedly to convey this news to Pedanna, but his steps slowed to an ordinary speed. Thus, the story ends. What can you understand from this end? What we think is not the reality. Have you enjoyed this story? Yes, I hope so. Now, shall we go into the synonyms? First one is, just as we thought our chuckles had subsided. What is the meaning for the word subsided? There are 4 options given. First one is diminished, second one increased, third one completed, fourth one submerged. What is the meaning for subsided? It is diminished. Second question, our father rejected it, saying it wouldn't be sturdy. You have to find the synonym for the word sturdy. The options are weak, strong, tall, good. The answer is strong. Sturdy means strong. Third question, brother Anna would say with an impudent smile. The question word is impudent. The options are innocent, fake, disrespectful, decent. The answer is disrespectful. Fourth question, a silver tumbler of buttermilk seasoned with asafoetida. We have to find the answer for the word seasoned. The options are mixed, garnished, filled, loosened. The answer is garnished. Fifth question, a few people from the house of bereavement stood outside. We have to find out the answer for the word bereavement. The options are rejoice, celebration, grief, war. And the answer is grief. Shall we go to antonyms? The first question is, the anticipation of this imagined separation only increases their fondness for the calf. We have to find out the antonym for the word anticipation. The options are expectancy, contemplation, outlook, ignorance. The antonym is ignorance. Second question, fortuitously a guest visited our house. You have to find the antonym for the word fortuitously. The options are luckily, peacefully, unfortunately and happily. The answer is unfortunately. Third question, there he was sitting in splendor on his chair. The question word is splendor. The options are magnificence, pomp, effulgence, simplicity. The antonym for the word splendor is simplicity. Fourth question. Mamanar was unmatched. What is Mamanar? Maternal uncle. We have to find out the antonym for the word unmatched. The options are inferior, incomparable, excellent, supreme. The answer is inferior. Fifth question is, he greeted me with his usual smile and banter. The question word is banter, and the options are flattery, small talk, chit chat and repartee, and the answer is flattery. Shall we see the answers for some questions which are given in our textbook? Yes. The first question is, what was put on the family agenda? The answer is, the fact of not having a chair at home was put on the family agenda. They felt the need for a chair at home. The second question is, who visited the family? Answer is, a family friend visited them. He was a sub-judge. Sub-judge. Next question. Describe the stool that the narrator's family had. Answer. It was a three-legged stool. It measured a mere 3/4 foot. Next question. Why were the two chairs compared to Rama and Lakshmana? Both the chairs looked the same. No difference could be seen between them. So, they were compared to Rama and Lakshmana. Thank you. Have a nice day.